Hello, Dr. Danny here. I am going to be making a radiation exposure shot today. The recipe is found in the Anthony Williams Brain Saver book. Now, you might be asking, what is a radiation exposure shot? What are we doing here? Why are you making that? Well, I just recently traveled via airplane, so going through the airports and getting all the scanning on the luggage and everything done, there's a lot, and even just flying in the airplane, there's a lot of radiation. So I have invested in TSA so that I only have to go through a metal detector. Those big machines that you have to stand like that in, not good for our bodies. Then they'll tell you they're safe, but especially multiple exposures, it adds up. All of it adds up. Just like the whole, smoking back in the day was safe for you, but then they figured out short exposure, small exposures over a long period of time, it just adds up. So this shot is great after travel, through the airport and on the airplane. It's also great after you've had any type of imaging done, x-ray imaging, CT scan, a cone beam scan, fluoroscopy, and even an MRI. So this is really good to help pull some of that radiation out of your body and support the organs and the detox pathways in different ways. So we have 6 ingredients in here. That's it. Trusty and Old Faithful, celery, cilantro, asparagus, wild blueberries, some spirulina powder, and barley grass juice powder. Here we go. All right, even when I travel, I still try to implement as much of my healing regimen as best that I can. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but we make do. All right, first up, cilantro. And there we have it, one radiation detox shot. I made a big batch today because I plan to share with my family. And cheers. Not too bad. For a good healing medicine, not too bad. So then what I do, I make a bigger batch because I plan to drink this throughout today and tomorrow, and then also sharing with my daughter and my parents as well. So I put it in an airtight container, my trusty mason jars. I put it in the fridge. So this is pretty good for about 24 hours. You really don't want to go after that because all the good stuff just kind of start declining as it sits. So I'll do this today and tomorrow as well. And so what you do is you can do 1 ounce to 2 ounces. Take a shot of that every few hours throughout the day, every 3-4 hours. And some people, you might just want to do it every 6 hours, a couple times a day, morning, noon, and before bed. The ideal time to take it would be on an empty stomach, or at least 15 to 30 minutes after eating, and then wait 15 to 30 minutes before you eat again, just so that there's nothing else that your body's trying to digest at that moment and you're able to readily absorb it. And so with children, so my daughter does about an ounce and she is 7. So any younger kids can do this too, but just, you can always do a little bit less than an ounce and even as much as just a teaspoon for itty bitty kiddo, but could be enough just to help them if they've had to have any type of imaging or traveling. So yeah, this is just one of those great healing tools that I like to use and have in my tool belt of things to help support my body and my health, especially because, imaging sometimes with our health, we have, I believe that imaging can be very, very helpful in certain situations and is very beneficial. And so there are times where we have to get imaging and it's a good idea to get imaging. And so this is one way you can take this before and then after your imaging just to help prep your body. If you've had any radiation or scans in the past, this can still help start pulling some of that radiation and some of the junk from the x-rays or the CT scans and help start pulling some of that out. So cheers to health and healing.